Welcome, Strategy Battle Gamers. I'm Morten, and I'm your host for the day. It is currently 2:30 at night, I think. Guess technically Friday, though obviously I still think this is Thursday, but you know, whatever. I'm gonna probably do this video in a different format than the first two, where I just showed you what I'd been doing and then just told you about what I was gonna do next. Here I'm actually gonna go a bit through the process, and the reason for that is that since the last video, meaning which I uploaded earlier today, since I uploaded that, I became aware that we in the group are gonna do a special battle report where I will need to bring some Uruk-Hai Scouts. So I do have most of my Uruk-Hai Scouts painted up, but I painted them a year ago, which is when I started the hobby. So they're not exactly as good as I would want them to be nowadays. So I'm gonna show them. I'm basically gonna, most of them are completed, but I'm still gonna go back and do some touch-ups. And the archers, I haven't been completed at all. One of them is base painted, the others have only just barely scratched the surface when we started. So I'm gonna show you my scouts, and then we'll just talk about them, and then in this video I will go through the different stages of making them a bit better, and hopefully I can still do some goblins this week, but we'll see. So here we have it, my Uruk-Hai Scouts. As you see, I only own the contents of one of the boxes of 12, as well as 3 Uruk-Hai Scouts that came from the Ambush and Hen box sets, which I don't think is on sale anymore. But so these 3 will be probably not rare, but I mean slightly less common than the rest. These 3 at the top. They're also metal, which the rest aren't. The rest are plastic. And I probably like the plastic ones better, honestly. I really like, even though they're a terrible game, I really like the ones without shield. Just the low armor is obviously the defense, I guess. It's obviously not very good, but I mean they're okay. But I don't think I'm talking about the paint now. I think they're okay, but not as good as I would want them to be for this battle report. So I am gonna do some highlights. As you see, the way I've painted them is darker than Games Workshop, but that was the reason behind that is because I felt like in the movie they don't really look as light brown as, like, I don't know what Games Workshop painted them at, but it's probably Kelton brown or very close to Morten brown, which is what I base their clothes as, but I usually then go and make it a bit darker afterwards. Whether I'll maybe make them a bit lighter when I work them, I don't know, but yeah. So this is what they look like prior to any changes, and I'm sure you can figure out why I would suddenly need to paint up Uruk-Hai Scouts as opposed to Uruk-Hai Warriors, but I won't say, but you can probably figure that out. So I'll come back once I've worked a little bit on these scouts. Hi guys, I am back, and I have now been painting for, I think, about an hour. No, not an hour. 45 minutes. I have been painting for 45 minutes, and I am definitely done for the night. So basically what I've done is that I have just taken Jumbo Brown, and I have gone and highlighted the skin of all the ones that I had previously considered done. Meaning, I did not highlight the skin of these 4 that I, have barely started. But I did it to all of these Uruk-Hai. See if I can get the light properly, probably not. All of these, they have had their skin highlighted, so I feel their skin looks much better. This guy, for example, he had he had terrible face paint back when I really just did not have the skill to paint war paint on his face, and it was supposed to be the white hand. So I painted that over, and so their skin is basically done. So next up, I am probably gonna do all the leather or the clothing. Then I'm gonna do the missiles at the end, and then add the white hand of Saruman to some of them, not all of them. This one already has the white hand, but that looks pretty good. Let's see. It does look... yeah, That does look pretty good, I think, so I don't think I'm going to change his. He actually already looks quite good, but I'm still going to... Maybe, I don't know, it's not even certain that I'll go over changes all of them. This one looks quite good, but I might still do some changes on him. Now you might already also have noticed, what is this? That is definitely Lutz and 2 captains. And Lutz, that's just my accent, Lutz, I think you guys say. And he does not need any changes at all. I'm very happy with what he looks like. I did paint him a year ago, but it was a few months after I did the other scouts, and I think he's quite good. I definitely like that paint job. Might highlight the rocks you see. They're pretty just blandly grey. This one I painted this year, and I think he's absolutely amazing. He's such a great model, this Uruk-Hai captain. Really loved him. Oh, loved. I still do. He's just great. And this was the first Uruk-Hai captain I had. I think he's actually from the Siege weapon set, but I noticed a lot of people use him as a captain, and he was one of the earliest Uruk-Hai I ever painted, and I will be needing 2 captains too, so this guy will also be painted up with the rest. So I did his skin with the other ones too, and so he's going to be painted up as well and fixed and made up to our current standard. So that's how my project is going along right now. I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll come back tomorrow because I have the day off tomorrow, and I'm not gonna be doing anything. I have no appointments, so I'm probably gonna watch some movies and get some painting done, and hopefully I'll finish all the Uruk-Hai tomorrow. I'm quite confident I'll do that. I mean, painting 4 scouts shouldn't be a problem, and then these are, I mean, they're pretty much painted. They just need 1 or 2 highlights on the metals and the leathers, really. So yeah, I will be back tomorrow in this same hobby blog. Hi everybody, it is Friday evening, and I've got a little bit of painting done, and I'm probably going to work all evening and not all night, but a little bit of the night on the Uruk as well. And basically what I've done so far today, I didn't do anything most of the afternoon, so I started I think around 6, and it is now 7:30. I've been working for about an hour and a half, and basically what I've done on the Uruks is that I have done all the leather that comes down from their helmets. So you see, all this have been turned brown, just to add a bit more different colors of leather in it. Instead of it just being all greyish leather, I'm going to have a mix of greys and browns. So I've done that on all of these, you can see, and I think that just makes it look a little more interesting. Yes. Just a little bit more interesting. And so I've done that on all these swordsmen and sword concealment, and basically the process of doing that was quite simple. I just took Morten brown, that was the base color of that, and then I shaded it down with some non-oil, and then I just gradually shaded it up with Morten brown and Gothor brown. So that's basically what I've done to that. So that was the last hour and a half. And the next thing I will be doing will be, let's take one of these to see, all the belts and small leather work, like at the back, all the kind of straps and stuff, and also the straps around the gloves, and probably also the straps at the back of the legs here. Let's see if I can get a focus on. Maybe can't. Apparently I can't. Oh, there you go. So, so that's what I will be doing. Basically, some of them I can see I already did two back when I worked on them at first, like this one. See, he already has that, but I'm gonna do it with the Steel Legion Drab. I see here, I think I probably did it with Mornfang Brown, and I don't want it to be the exact same color as the leather coming down from the helmets. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and I will be back I think I'm gonna be back after I've done all the leathers, and then I'm gonna do all the metals, and then all the details after that. So yeah, I'll see you in a moment. Hello Wargamers, I am now back, and all the scouts are 100% completed. And I am so happy because I can finally play with them again. I mean, I could before, but I was never really happy with them. And while they're still not my best paint jobs, they're much better now, and I'm very excited to get them on the board now. So let's take a look at some of them. And let's see if this thing will want to focus. As we've established by now, it's not very happy to do that. But as you see, I feel like I've gotten a bit more variety in the colors now. All the straps aren't as washed out as they were before, and the dark leather looks much better now than it did before. And now there's both brown and black leather, so it's a bit more of a variety, and so I'm quite happy with that. The skin is better. More of them have some proper white hands of Saruman. This one's actually I really like him. You see, it's much more crisp now than before. Let's see, maybe we'll, yeah. So that's pretty good. Let's find someone who has the white hand. Well, that's this guy. He has one. This guy also has the white hand of evil. Though, don't tell Saruman I called it that. He would probably disagree. But yeah, so I'm really happy to have these ready. But of course I still have some more to do. But first I've also done alerts. I've gone in and just put a highlight on the rocks that he's standing on, which this is a resin base that I bought specifically, a package of resin bases way back when, because I wanted him to stand on something a little more interesting than just the ground. So everyone on the big rock here, they're finished. So what I have left to do, I'm moving these carefully away. What I have left to do is this captain. He's still, you obviously heard before that I went back and did his skin, but he still needs to have all the metals done and all the leathers done, and I mean, just go over a few details. So it's gonna, I might do that tonight, I might not, I'm not certain. So that's gonna go pretty fast. And then we also have 4 archers, which I'm not very far with, though actually I guess this one is all base painted with everything and has a bit of layering going on, but not too much yet. So he can probably be completed fairly quickly. Maybe I'll do him before and then do the other 3 at the same time. So yeah, definitely gonna get this done. I don't know if I'm gonna be painting that much tomorrow, but certainly in a day or two they're gonna be gone, and I can go back to painting my goblins, which was actually my current project. But it's nice to get a break from painting Palette Vic flesh and Raka flesh and a lot of it. So yeah, it's great to be painting some Uruks again. I mean, I've always been in love with Uruk-Hai, both Scouts and Warriors. Just every scene involving Uruk-Hai are gold in those movies. So anyway, I will be back with an update probably tomorrow or the day after, which obviously will be the same video, so see you in 5 seconds. And hi again, I am back, and this will be the last part of what I'm going to be filming today, because it's pretty late and I haven't gotten as much done as I hoped, because, video games, distractions, all that kind of stuff. But I am progressing with this guy, and I don't know if you noticed before, but his armor was pretty red, because back when I first painted him, I thought it would be cool to make it look rusty, but I used Carroburg Crimson, which didn't really work for that, but I never changed it, but now I have. So what I did this time was I painted over all his armor and metals with that belcher. And what I do then, because with most of my Uruk-Hai warriors, and in this case Captain, I feel like that isn't, it is dark, it is a good dark metal, but it's not quite dark enough for them. So I thin down Abaddon Black heavily, and then I paint that over all of the metals. And the reason I do that instead of putting non-oil is because non-oil is oil based, because it's shade. It will only go down the creases, whereas if I thin down a normal paint, it will cover the entire thing much more heavily. So that is what I did, and after that I used the old chainmail to highlight all the edges to sort of give it some depth, and I think the armor line looks really cool. I think the armor is done. I think chainmail nowadays is called Ironbreaker. I think that's the same color. So he already looks pretty cool, but tomorrow I'm gonna go over all the leather. I'm gonna go over his hair again, and the leather and the straps and the fine details. See if I can. I don't know. I don't think I can get any eyes in on this guy, but yeah. But I can do his teeth and stuff like that. So it's not that much work to get him finished, and he's gonna be really cool. So already now the armor looks much better than before. So yeah, last look. And I didn't get to paint the 4 archers today, but I'll do that in the next couple of days. I won't get enough time to do that tomorrow, but I'll definitely get it done, and then hopefully some goblins too within this vlog. So see you in a moment / tomorrow for me. Hi. As you see, this captain is now done. It's Sunday night right now. I did not get anything painted Saturday because I went to my brother's party, and then all day today have been hangover and then job. So, but here now in the evening I finally finished this guy, which is nice. And I think he looks much better than before. I really like how much darker his armor is. That's my secret to the Uruk-Hai armor, is you take the lead belcher and you darken it down, because yes, lead belcher is dark, but at least for me, the Uruk-Hai just need to have evil armor, and that requires darkness. And his skin is much better than before, and the problem before also was that I was very, very bad at keeping everything within the parameters. So there would be skin color on the armor, and there would be armor color over his gloves and things like that. That just didn't work out. So here we have him. He is done, and I will return in a moment, meaning for tomorrow for me, but whenever for you, in the same video. And hopefully I'll also have some progress on the archers, which really are the most important things for me to get done this week before Thursday. So yeah, and see you in a bit. Hi, it is now Thursday, and I have finished painting the 4 Uruk-Hai Scout archers. So let's take a look at them one at a time. So, oops, yeah, here we go. Here we have one of them, and you see they're just painting in the same style, and the other ones, again, I think they're pretty good. Obviously, I still don't think they're my best painted models, even though I really like Uruk-Hai Scouts, and I am quite pleased with them. And yeah, so I think that they are pretty good, and they're definitely up to scratch. You see, here's one with the. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, his face paint, the white hand. I'm thinking Wilson from Castaway. Wilson. Anyway, these were the last 4 miniatures I needed to paint, and now I just gotta go in a few hours and play a game where I will use all these scouts. So thank you for watching this vlog, and see you next week. As you might be able to guess by now, I did not get to paint any goblins this week. But I'll just do that later. Some projects just have to, come first. So thank you for watching. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Support your Hobbit hobby, and happy strategy battle gaming. See ya!